ball down the table. Okay. I appreciate it.
Even this shot, man.
This is your episode. I'm Shu. Follow the drip, the blog. Featuring Phil Mason, the owner of Skillz Unlimited barbershop. He chopping me up while we sit here and chop it up, as we say. Now, Phil Mason has been up here in Northwest Arkansas, cutting hair and barbering for almost 20 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, Phil?
That's about right.
So, if you mind me asking, how did you start barbering and into this field, into this area? When did you decide that you was going to turn this into an occupation?
It took me to move to Arkansas to decide I was going to move into the barber trade as a business or a profession. I started cutting hair early teens, like 13 as a hobby, something I just fell into. To move forward, when I moved to Arkansas, I kind of lost a job wrongfully and didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it happens to us. It happens to the best of us.
I just decided I was going to fall back on something I've always done as a hustle, just to make ends meet. I had family, I had kids at that time, and given the circumstances, I took a leap and started cutting hair out my garage, man, and it took off to a point where I decided I needed to go to school and
take it serious.
Take it serious, and I've been doing it ever since. Okay.
So, this business, the barbershop, Skillz Unlimited, this your only location? Has this have you just been in this location?
I have not. So I started my business in '01 in Fayetteville.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Long time. And so I did quite a few different locations.
Okay.
Is that recording?
Hit it. There we go. There we go.
I did a few locations, you know, I call them lateral moves.
Lateral moves.
And some of them were vertical, but most of them were lateral, just to be able to get better, you know, whether it was location or space or whatever. And so I've been in this location here in Springdale for 10 years.
Okay.
This same location. I've had other locations that I've opened up since I've been in this location here. I feel as long as I keep one brick and mortar, that'll keep me stable enough to be able to do other things if I needed to.
You know, a lot of times the people have online shops nowadays, and like with barbering, I think that's one of those fields or occupations that you really can't do it online. You have to have a brick and mortar. And with that being said, I remember you had a mobile barber shop, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
You did. And what happened with that?
Well, at the time,
that was an entrepreneurial move at its finest.
Correct. And so I did that because I was always hearing, man, if you were over here, if you were over here, if I could reach you over here. And so my mind frame at that point was, well, how can I be in all these places? Of course I can't. Well, not just there one time. How can I reach them outside my brick and mortar? And I couldn't clone myself.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I created a mobile shop that allowed me to go to the customer or the client versus them finding a way to get to me all the time.
Okay.
And so I ended up getting rid of it because at that time I was by myself in my brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And
so
it became,
you couldn't be in both
at the same
mobile
time.
and
it was wearing on me. I mean, I was trying to do too much at once.
With being a barbershop owner, I feel like you are in a position to put a lot of other young men in positions, females also. Because I remember at one point this barbershop was bigger and you had people that did braids and so to speak, and like
different things in the hair culture.
Yes. So I know you had a second location. And what happened with that?
Just trying to manage it. First thing first, I'm not afraid of trying different things.
That's one thing you can't be if you're trying to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you have to be willing to take a risk. Yes. Of course, you need to think about your risk. You know. But once again, I had that business. I found myself going back and forth. I'm still an actual barber behind the chair, and so what I've learned is not having the right people in place on either side. It was turning me into a regional manager.
Okay.
And I couldn't be in both places. And it got to a point where, you know, the stress level of dealing with multiple locations, dealing with multiple people in different places, I had to figure out a way to not set myself up for failure through stress. And so the opportunity presented itself, and I took it, and so did the guy who bought the shop. You know, and to touch on it real quick, just because you own a business doesn't mean you're supposed to want to keep it forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes opportunities come by creating something and then selling it.
That's one of the things that I like to touch on. I like to share with people is like, we as a people and a culture, we are very creative. We have always had to be creative, and a lot of times we tend to try to hold on to things too long. And sometimes you may have to sell it because there's no one else that can create like you can create. So you have to take advantage of your creativity, of your entrepreneurial spirit, and I just want to commend you on that, because I know personally that you have taken care of your family. You have provided so much opportunity in this community for people young, and you inspire. And I just want to give you your roses and your flowers beforehand, because we tend to wait until it's too late and to acknowledge and give people praise. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you giving me the haircut and let me sit down here and talk with you. I just have seen you grow and be a beacon of inspiration to a lot of guys like myself, and you have given a lot of people opportunity, and I just want to acknowledge that in person and broadcast it to everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate you taking the opportunity to let me be on your blog, man.
Man, I appreciate
let people
you.
hear the story.
You're friends with my older brother, and I just appreciate you just being 100 with him. You know what I mean? So, and where do you see Skillz Unlimited in the next 5 to 10 years?
You say 5 to 10.
Oh, you playing longer than that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the game too long. I've created my brand for the long haul. I didn't create my brand. I may open a shop and sell it, but I'm not gonna sell my brand.
Okay.
And so it's, you know, it's just like anybody else. When Walmart started, you know, he started with this little small store on downtown on the square.
5 and dime.
5 and dime. And Sam probably wasn't looking at the big picture. His kids were. And so they took it for the next quadrillion years and put it in play. So I'm the same way. I started small with no intentions of being this big or even trying to get even bigger.
Okay.
And so what I'm not going to do is stop now. You know, what I do want to do at some point is have multiple locations.
Okay.
I don't want to be the behind the chair barber forever. I want to run it from a different side of the business.
Okay.
You know, and that's why I attempt to put the team together to be able to maintain it in my absence.
Okay. Is this the only business that you have had, and do you plan on going into other fields
I've had other businesses, not during my time with Skillz Unlimited, before Skillz Unlimited.
Okay.
And that particular business has helped me with my business to today, which was I did carpentry for 13 years. Worked for a company at some point, kind of branched off and did my own. So that helps me today with when I do open a business, or you know, if I need something.
You do a lot of the
work myself to the shops.
When you get them, before you get them started, you do a lot of the
construction,
the
layout, the design,
Because I've seen you in several different locations, and I've always seen you doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna save money trying to do it, and if I can't, I do have people in place. But back to your question about selling the shops, so it's more of a benefit for me to do the work, so it cuts my costs down. So I'm not losing a whole lot when I get ready to sell it. If I lose anything, I'm not losing anything.
Because you didn't have a lot of startup capital that you had to put into it.
Correct.
Okay. I just know a lot of the young barbers here, and I know for a fact that you were one of the first cool barbershops, so to speak, in this area, and you paved the way for a lot of barbers to step out and take the risk, because at the end of the day, it is risky. Starting any kind of business, it comes with the risk. So how do you weigh those, your pros and cons? As far as starting something else, creating something new.
Well, I've found ways to create new within the umbrella I already have.
Okay.
And so Skillz Unlimited has given me, I've been able to do different things with inside my shop that didn't pertain to cutting hair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so
I know that you are one of the only barbershops that I have heard of that had sold beer. You offered beverages.
Correct. I put a beer in my shop at one point, and it was just something that I'm constantly thinking on how to grow. I'm constantly thinking on how to be better, or
you gotta be creative.
and not creative is the word, and not better than anyone in particular, just better than myself.
Better in your brain.
Better in my brain. And so yeah, I've done things like open a bar. I've had a rim shop in the barber shop. I've sold clothes. I've sold hair. I've done so many different things. So to answer your question, would I open another business? Probably not.
Since you can do all things up under your Skillz Unlimited.
Under my Skillz Unlimited.
Okay.
And I know you didn't touch on it, but it's kind of where the name comes from.
Okay. Now I get it. Okay.
It's not so.
You're right.
People think it's more so my skill.
Your barbering skills.
It is not.
Yeah.
My resume before barbering reaches a wide range of things.
Okay.
And so a lot of things that I've done have taken a skill.
So you just made it interesting and fun and all of the things that I wanted it to be when you broke that down. About the trick, can you tell people how they can get in contact with you and where do they locate you with?
Yeah, so Skillz Unlimited, we're located at 2200 West Sunset Avenue, Suite A6, Springdale, Arkansas. We're open 7 days, no appointments, walk-ins only. Our phone number is 479-756-8900.
8900.
479-756-8900.
Put it in your contact.
We on Facebook.
Okay.
You can Google us.
Okay.
That's how a lot of folks find us. It's 3 barbers in here, so you can be served at any time. We're family friendly. We love kids.